Listen every day, not to the noise, not to the pressure, not to the fear. Listen to God. Before the world tells you to rush, before your mind tells you to worry, before doubt starts speaking louder than your faith, pause. Because clarity doesn't come from chaos. It comes from connection. When you put God first, something changes. You move differently. You think differently. You face problems differently. You stop forcing. You start trusting. Every day won't be easy, but every day can have direction. God first in your thoughts. God first in your decisions. God first in your quiet moments nobody sees. Listen every day, even when nothing makes sense, even when answers feel delayed, even when the path looks unclear, because God is working in silence, and the person who listens never walks without guidance. So slow down, breathe, pray, trust. Listen every day, put God first, and watch your life change from the inside out. And when you choose God first, you choose peace over pressure, faith over fear, purpose over distraction. The world will always be loud, always rushing, always demanding more, but God speaks differently. Not with noise, but with calm. Not with pressure, but with peace. Some days you will feel lost. Some days you will feel tired. Some days you will question everything. Listen anyway, because faith is not built on perfect days. It's built on daily surrender. Put God first when things go right. Put God first when things fall apart. Put God first when you understand and when you don't. That's where strength is born. You may not see the full path today. You may not have all the answers yet, but direction doesn't start with answers. It starts with trust. Every quiet prayer matters. Every small step matters. Every moment you choose faith matters. So listen every day, even in silence, especially in silence. God is preparing you, guiding you, shaping you, and one day you will look back and realize God was leading the whole time. Listen every day, put God first, and keep moving forward with faith. Listen each day. Not everything needs to be figured out right now. Not every step needs certainty. Sometimes you just need stillness, a quiet moment before the noise, a deep breath before the pressure, a small pause before the next decision. Because guidance often feels simple, calm, steady. You move forward without forcing. You choose patience over panic. You trust the process you cannot fully see. Some days progress is invisible. Some days growth is silent. Some days strength looks like continuing anyway. Keep showing up. Keep listening. Keep walking. Even slow steps move you forward. Even unclear paths can lead somewhere meaningful. You don't need all the answers today. You need consistency. You need focus. You need faith in the unseen work happening within you. The pressure to rush will always exist, but clarity comes to those who slow down long enough to notice it. So return to stillness, return to intention, return to what truly matters. Listen each day, trust your direction, and continue one calm step at a time. And as you continue, you begin to notice something changing, not outside, but inside. Your reactions soften, your thoughts become clearer, your pace becomes intentional. You stop chasing everything. You start choosing what matters. Distractions lose power. Comparison gets quieter. Urgency no longer controls your decisions because you understand now growth is not loud. Real progress is often invisible. It happens in discipline, in patience, in the small choices repeated daily. Some days will still feel uncertain. That's normal. But uncertainty is not a stop sign. It's an invitation to trust the next step. Keep your focus simple. Do what you can today. Finish what you start. Protect your energy. There is strength in consistency. There is confidence in showing up. There is peace in moving with intention. You are not behind. You are building step by step, day by day, quietly becoming stronger. So keep listening, keep moving, keep going. One day the things that felt slow will be the things that changed everything. And eventually, you stop needing constant reassurance. You stop questioning every step. You stop waiting for the perfect moment because you realize progress was happening all along. In the days you didn't feel ready, in the moments you almost quit, in the quiet effort nobody noticed, confidence doesn't arrive suddenly. It is built through repetition, through showing up when it's inconvenient, through continuing when motivation fades. You become calmer with uncertainty, stronger with pressure, more focused with your energy. What once felt heavy now feels manageable. What once felt impossible now feels like a challenge you can face, not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. So trust the slow transformation. Trust the discipline you're building. Trust the person you're becoming. Keep the routine. Keep the intention. Keep moving forward. There is no wasted step when you stay consistent. No silent effort is ever meaningless. One day, you will see it clearly. The small days were the big days, and the quiet decisions were the ones that changed your life. So keep going. Even when it feels repetitive, even when results are not visible yet, even when nobody applauds your effort. This is the part most people quit. The quiet middle, the slow build, the unseen growth. But this is where change lives. In the discipline to continue, in the choice to stay focused, in the decision to not turn back. You are learning patience. You are building resilience. You are becoming someone who finishes. Not every day will feel meaningful, but meaning is created through consistency. Stay with your habits. Stay with your direction. Stay with what you started. Momentum is fragile at first, but powerful once protected. And one day, what felt like effort will feel natural. What felt forced will feel automatic. What felt difficult will feel like who you are. That is transformation, quiet, steady, unavoidable for those who refuse to stop. So keep going. Keep showing up. Keep choosing the next step, because the future you're waiting for is being built by the days you don't skip. And one day, you wake up and notice the shift. Not a dramatic moment, not a sudden breakthrough, just a quiet realization. You didn't quit. The things that once felt hard are now part of your routine. The thoughts that once held you back no longer control you. You became consistent. You became disciplined. You became steady, and steady changes everything. You trust yourself more. You hesitate less. You move with clarity. There is less noise inside your mind, less pressure to prove something, less fear of starting, because you understand now the power was never in speed. It was in persistence. Small steps repeated, simple actions protected, daily effort respected. That's how lives change, not in one big moment, but in many quiet ones. So keep this mindset, protect this pace, respect this process. You are closer than you think, stronger than you feel, more ready than you believe. Keep listening, keep moving forward, and let your consistency tell the story. So here is the truth. There was never a perfect time, no perfect conditions, no moment where everything suddenly aligned. There was only a decision repeated daily, the decision to continue, the decision to stay focused, the decision to become someone who doesn't stop halfway. And that decision quietly changed you. You became more patient with the process, more intentional with your energy, more selective with what deserves your attention. You stopped chasing quick results. You started building something real, something stable, something lasting, something that cannot be taken away easily because it was built slowly, brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice. This is what most people never see. The invisible work behind visible change. So don't rush this chapter. Don't underestimate these days. Don't walk away just because it feels slow. Slow is where depth is built. Slow is where identity changes. Slow is where real confidence grows. Keep the direction. Keep the discipline. Keep the quiet commitment. And remember, your life is not changed by one big moment. It is changed by the days you refuse to give up. And this is where everything becomes simple. Not easy, but simple. Show up. Do the work. Protect your focus. Repeat. You don't need constant motivation anymore. You have standards. Standards for your time. Standards for your energy. Standards for the person you are becoming. You understand that discipline creates freedom, that consistency creates confidence, that patience creates results. So you stop overthinking every step. You stop waiting for perfect clarity. You move even when things are uncertain. Because action brings clarity. Movement builds belief. Repetition builds identity. This is the quiet power most people overlook. The ability to continue without drama, to improve without announcement, to grow without needing validation. And that changes everything. You become reliable to yourself. You trust your effort. You trust your direction. Not because the path is easy, but because you no longer stop. So keep it simple. Show up, focus, finish, repeat. That's how ordinary days create extraordinary lives. And when you look back, you won't remember the pressure. You won't remember the doubts. You won't remember how slow it felt. You will remember that you kept going. That you didn't fold when it was uncomfortable, that you didn't run when it was uncertain, that you didn't quit when it was quiet. That is strength, not loud, not dramatic, but unshakable. You built it in silence. You protected it with discipline. You strengthened it with repetition. And now you move differently, with calm confidence, with steady focus, with a mindset that doesn't panic at obstacles. Because you understand something powerful. Nothing changes overnight, but everything changes when you refuse to stop. So don't look for applause. Don't look for shortcuts. Don't look for instant proof. Look for progress. Look for alignment. Look for the next right step. Then take it again and again and again. Until one day, Monya, you realize you are no longer chasing growth. You have become it. And when this chapter ends, you will understand. Every slow day had meaning. Every quiet step had direction. Every moment of patience was building something unseen. Nothing was wasted. The effort you thought was small mattered. The discipline you repeated mattered. The faith you held onto mattered. You were never stuck. You were becoming. So walk forward with peace. Walk forward with trust. Walk forward without fear of slow progress. You are exactly where growth happens. Keep listening. Keep choosing what matters. Keep placing God at the center of your life. Not perfectly, but consistently. Because a life led with faith becomes steady. A mind anchored in trust becomes calm. A person who doesn't quit becomes unstoppable.